We in the building. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. The industry tonight is back. Y'all make sure y'all put a 1 in the chat. Y'all can hear me. We are live from Twitter. We are live from Twitch and also Patreon. Make sure you got us on Twitter. On Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Heaven Hollywood. We're also live on Patreon right now. All right, so you have to make sure you join the Patreon. We got a great wrap-up show for you tonight. Everything that took place in the industry this week. Everything that took place this week in the industry. Shout out to everybody and make sure that if you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. And make sure I got everything down pat here. Brooklyn is definitely in the chat. Brooklyn's definitely in the chat. What up, BB Love? BB Love is definitely in the building. I am Heaven Hollywood, New York, in the building. Strong Island represent. BET. They got the BET Awards. Y'all got to keep me up on that. You'll definitely have to keep me up on what's going on with the BET Awards. Okay. We're going to be talking about Beyonce's Cecred after she did the little Jay-Z documentary. There's been, hating ass reports out there talking about Cecred has dropped 52%. All of that stuff is cap. Cecred has picked up in sales, and it's like right now the number one hair product on the market right now. But Fenty, on the other hand, isn't looking too good. Looks as though their sales was down for 2026. And there's even talks about Rihanna possibly losing her billionaire status by the end of this year, saying that she might be down to like 950 million net worth. We'll have to see about that. Jay-Z taking over New York City. Reasonable Doubt, 30th anniversary. Jay got all sorts of stuff going on. Him and Blue Ivy. He's got trains, graffitied up. He's got his merch. It looks like the Reasonable Doubt is selling out of the stores, contrary to what a lot of people want you to believe. No, it's not going to be streaming. No, it's not going to be on the charts, but people are physically going and buying these Reasonable Doubts. 30th anniversary. I think there's a couple of unreleased versions, and there's some, there's some other versions on there, right? That wasn't on the original. So if you got us on Twitch, make sure it's twitch.tv/Heaven Hollywood. Shout out to people on Twitter. Shout out to people on IE Network. Then, of course, you got your boy DJ Akademiks. He had a rough week, but looks like he's finishing out the week pretty good because he ended up going out with Daphne Joy. He said he was taking the honey packs, and it looks as though, unless they're just capping, DJ Akademiks may have hit on the first date. It's really funny that, DJ Akademiks is always quick to call Megan Thee Stallion a 304 and call Carisha 304. He quick to call the black women 304s. And they wasn't even in no freak offs. But here you got Daphne Joy, and don't get me wrong, I think Daphne Joy is a beautiful woman. I think she's hot. But let's just keep it a buck. Daphne Joy was, in freak offs with Diddy's. At some point, she was doing 12 hours a day. One time she had a marathon and she fucked 3 porn stars and Diddy in one night. She just had a sex tape leak with this porn star, Dirk Diggler, whatever the hell his name is. And Akademiks have the nerve to call Carisha a 304. Or Megan a 304, because there's some names that may have slept with Megan Thee Stallion. Of course, we know about the baby and Tori and then the guys that she dated. But then people just throw in Carl Crawford. There's never been any confirmation that she screwed Carl Crawford. There's never been any confirmation that she screwed G-Eazy. And there's never any confirmation from her that she screwed Blueface, although she didn't deny. I don't know whether Blueface said she gave him head or something. I'm telling you, man, that's one that Megan should wish she could take back. Because I don't know what these women, That's why when people saying, "Oh, DJ Akademiks is capping," no, look at Blueface. These women be on Blueface like he's really an attractive guy. This dude's got writing all on his face. He bloated as hell. I'm like, these women be acting like these dudes are really attractive. It be the money. It be the money. DJ Akademiks has a bag. He's been known to trick. So Daphne Joy is gonna, how she giving it up. You come with the money, she gonna come with the honey. If you willing to pay her a bag, get her some clout, she will definitely give you the goods. All right. So we're gonna check in on our boy Jay Nolan. He had got into it with a couple of people. Somebody had said that somebody mentioned me on Twitter saying that I wasn't protecting the culture and I wasn't good for the culture. I mean, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, brother. And this is some white guy. They said, "What's the dirt?" or something like that. That mentioned me. You know, I don't talk to white dudes who are Drake fan pages. How dare I? And I've been here before hip hop even existed. Of course, I was, barely walking, but the point is, I was born before hip hop even existed. So you can't talk to me about culture. All right. When you're a guest, and I'm not saying he's a guest because he's white, because Eminem is white, but Eminem is of the culture. But if you just now started talking hip hop since like Drake came out, like you can't talk to me about the culture. When you are a Drake fan page, you don't talk hip hop. You don't know hip hop. The only thing you do is defend Drake. And then you go looking stuff up. You try to look up stuff and try to take weak talking points from online that people make about Jay-Z and stuff like that. And then you try to use that as some sort of factual basis. But I've been living this shit 35, 40 years since I was a kid. So whoever this What's the Dirt is, However, he mentioned me. I'm not even gonna go look for it. I really don't care. All I know is I speak facts, and I lived through those times. There's nothing that these young cats like academics and these people younger than academics, anyway around academics age and younger. I don't give a damn how many subs you got. I don't care how much money you got. Just because you got a lot of money, just because you was able to finagle your way in this times, because you know how to work the internet, you know how to get a part of algorithms. That's the reason why you're so paid. It's not because you got respect in the hip hop world. It's that you was smart enough and was able to take advantage of the algorithm of the internet, but you don't know more hip hop than me. You don't know more hip hop than hardly anybody. You didn't even know that Jay-Z wrote Still Dre. But still know they're gonna make you the number one voice in hip hop. How? There's nothing DJ Akademiks or What's the Dirt or any of these dudes can tell me about hip hop, but there's a whole lot I could tell them that they didn't know. There is nothing that a dude that's 33, 34, 35, there's nothing you can tell me that I haven't already heard. So that's the thing about these young dudes who they want to try to rewrite history and call themselves giving you a history lesson. Dude, you telling me stuff I already know. You can't tell me something that I don't know because you're younger than me. I got 10 years on you dudes. So more on some of y'all. So how are you gonna come and tell me, Jay-Z was never the number one rapper, and you're not even old enough to remember that era. You taking points that you beat off the internet. I really lived through it. I was outside when Jay-Z dropped. I was outside when Nas dropped. So I can tell you what it was like. You can't look at some charts and tell me what it was like, dog. We didn't give a F about charts in the late 80s and early 90s. We could give a F about a chart. So that's why you always, Drake is number one because he's got this streaming, that streaming. Nigga, we didn't give an F about streaming, and we don't now. But we know how we feel when Jay-Z's outside. We know how we feel when Reasonable Doubt is put on, or Blueprint is put on, or the Black Album is put on. We know the feeling we get when we hear those rappers. That is nothing that a chart or all you dick riders that all y'all care about is a chart, and you thinking that that's the way you could determine who's a better rapper. Oh, Drake got all the streaming records. So there was no streaming when Jay-Z was outside. Jay-Z ain't really outside right now. He's coming off with a 30th anniversary, and you probably won't hear from him again for another 10, 15 years. If he ever even comes back and does Reasonable Doubt 10 years from now or whatever. It's crazy. And Maurice, the only person it is Drake fans, Nicki Minaj fans, and these old dick riders who want to try to get a Drake interview, or they want to try to stay in the algorithm. All these old dudes, they're doing this to try to stay in the algorithm. Okay? Hold on. They're doing this to try to stay in the algorithm. That's it. Exactly. They both of them has said numerous occasions that Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj said, "Oh, I was always brought up on what Jay-Z said is the gospel. I've been obsessed with Jay-Z. I always was attracted to smart rappers, and he was the smartest rapper." So what's that telling you? She was attracted to Jay-Z. If she said, "I've always been attracted to smart rappers, and he was the smartest." So that means she was attracted to Jay-Z. She said it out of her own mouth. I remember when I had to wait for the CD to drop for me to listen. The anticipation was everything. That's what I'm talking about. That's something that these dudes like Akademiks and Academic TV have. Look at the video. Academic slander Jake for 24 minutes straight. She's not talking about the business. No, 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 no. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I don't hear nothing about that. The word attracted to. I don't hear nothing about that. I was over the business side ain't got nothing to do with that. The business side had nothing to do with the word obsessed and attracted to. Hey, it's okay. She's not the first lady to be attracted to Jay-Z, as you can see. I was always attracted to smart rappers, and he was a smart. So, what are we talking about? The words came out of her mouth, not mine. I'm obsessed with Jay-Z. Oh, I named my the Pink Print because he had the blueprint, and everything he said was the gospel, and I always wanted his approval, and I always wanted his input. So you can't now try to walk it back and say, "Oh, Jay Z meant nothing to the culture." Right. See, Maurice, what it is they want to try to give themselves credit for everything. The first thing is Nicki Minaj documentary got deaded years ago. Jay-Z's documentary right now has absolutely nothing to do with Nicki Minaj's documentary. Nicki Minaj's documentary got deaded years ago before Jay-Z ever came out with a documentary. But what they try to do is they want to attach her. She's not even in music anymore. Nicki Minaj is not a part of the music conversation anymore. She's already said she don't make music no more. She said she's going on to another calling. She said it out of her own mouth. She said it out of her own mouth. She went on to another calling. So I don't even know what people are still talking about Nicki Minaj with music. She don't do music no more. She's now um a advocate for MAGA. That's the events. There is no sign of her doing any music. I've been told nothing about music. She has not been in the studio. She has no plans of going in the studio. She will not be doing any music until after that election. So if she does any more music, it's going to be after the midterms. And that's November. Because you can't come back and do rap. Not after you said you regret your lyrics. You regret some of your lyrics. And the industry is this, and the industry is that, and the industry takes you away from God. So you're saying all these things. You can't come back and rap now. Because that's going to make you look like a phony. You just sat and told the world that it takes you away from God. You are now giving your life over to God. The music industry moves you away from God. These are her words. These are not my words. These are her words. They eat people. They eat babies. There's an Illuminati that has something against her. The music is bad for the youth. So how's she going to come back and rap after saying all those things? She going to come back and do gospel rap? Unless she's going to come back and do gospel rap. You can't sit up and talk about the industry, and the industry is so bad, and you're glad that you made the move that you did. You can't say all those things and then when all this blows over, go and make another album. That's going to discredit everything you just sat and said in them interviews. Because according to her, rap music takes you away from God. That's what she said. It's not what I said. That's what she said. So while she's not in rap music, there's really no need to talk about it unless there's some news. When she does another interview, we'll cover it. She said she got interviews coming up. So whenever she does another interview, we'll cover it. But what they're trying to do is throw her into the conversation. Beyonce was obviously documenting Jay-Z's hair. Obviously, if you see footage from before the concert, she was already doing it. Of course, she's gonna plug. Oh, she capitalist. Oh, she's just plugging her hair product. Duh. Of course she is. That's smart. That's called smart business. Of course she's plugging her hair product. What better person to use to plug your hair product than your husband that's using the same products? Of course she's going to plug her hair product. That's smart. I do the same thing. If I had a hair product, Rihanna should do the same thing with Fenty. Whenever Rihanna is out, I would be plugging Fenty left and right. When they were saying that ASAP Rocky had on thongs, I would have said it's okay because they're Fenty thongs. Ladies, go pick up them Fenty thongs. That's what I would have did. Always plug your product. If you're not going to plug your product, who will? Glorilla. put out a song with Pooh Shiesty. They're saying that Glorilla dissing Megan Thee Stallion on the record. Now, interesting, Megan Thee Stallion is working on Act 3, and it's going to be very interesting to see on Act 3 if there is a response. Because I believe, didn't Glorilla recently put out a record with Lotto? And I think they said that, didn't they say she threw a shot at Megan on that record? I'm going to check it with Jay Nolan and see what he says. Because I'll be honest with you. I love Glorilla. But the record with Pooh Shiesty, I kind of halfway listened to. So we have to see. We got to see. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Oh, before we get off of Nicki Minaj, just a message to my Nicki Minaj members only members. Now, you guys that are in the Bob's members only, you want me to react to Nicki Minaj music. You said, a lot of you are saying react to songs that people barely listen to, but all the songs that you guys sent me, I've heard. So it won't be a authentic reaction, a never heard before reaction. I want you to, like, send me some songs that wasn't really that popular or that you guys may like or whatever. Probably off of Pink Print, because I already know Pink Friday back and forth and Roman Reloaded back and forth. I didn't really get into Pink Print that much. Queen is my favorite album, so I've heard every record on that album, and I didn't listen to Pink Friday 2 at all. So if it isn't a mixtape song, I would suggest it be a Pink Friday 2 song or a Pink Print song. So either mixtape, Pink Print, or Pink Friday 2. Like Pink Friday 2, I kind of went through a little bit. I wasn't really feeling it. Wasn't really feeling it that much. But if you want me to react to something I've already heard, we can do that too. And of course, what they mostly want is the lyrical breakdown. That's my specialty. So if any of y'all from the put it in the Nicki Minaj Patreon message board, if there's songs or video and lyrical breakdown that you want me to do. All right. I'm going to give the people what they want. They're paying for the Patreon, so I'm going to give them what they want. All right. Hold on. Now, let's see. All right, so we got the Jay-Z stuff, taking over New York. We're going to get into Glorilla and Megan. There was something else. Something else. Beyonce will talk about Rihanna. Is she going to lose billionaire status? Akademiks and Charlamagne. We'll get into that when we come back. Akademiks and Daphne Joy, if you haven't seen it. Oh, Lizzo. Lizzo, Scissor's not your friend, sis. Watch the video of Axe slandering Drake. Well, I'm not going to watch all of it, and I'm pretty sure that's old, right? So it'll probably like a mixture of Axe. But that's what they all do. Millie was slamming Nicki Minaj, and now she loves her. Tasha K was slandering Nicki Minaj and her husband. Now she loves her. They all have videos like that. First, Armand Wiggins loved Nicki Minaj, then he hated Nicki Minaj, then he loved Cardi B. Now he hates Cardi B and he loves Nicki Minaj again. They all got videos out there where the person that they are currently in love with, at some point, they were slandering them. They all got videos like that, except for me. If I liked you from the beginning, you're gonna hear the same talk. There are no videos of me out there slandering anybody, and then all of a sudden after that, oh yeah, I like them. No. I've always kept it funky with everybody. I'm not the type. I have artists that I like, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, that's a bop. Oh yeah, that's a bop too. Oh yeah, that's a bop too. No. No, if you put out trash, I don't care if I'm your fan. I'm gonna say it's garbage. If you do something that I think is fuck shit, I'm gonna say it's fuck shit. I don't care if I'm your fan or not. If you put out something hot, I'm gonna say it's hot. But just because I say that is hot, that don't mean I'm gonna say the next shit is hot. You know what I'm saying? Just because one thing I think is hot, that don't mean just because I'm your fan, I'm gonna say the next shit is hot. All the Barty gang found that out when Cardi B put out that record with Offset after I told her I didn't want to hear no more Offset records. Then she put the song out with Offset, and I gave it a bad review, and I said it was garbage. All the Barty gang said, you turned on Cardi. No, I didn't. I love Cardi. That song was whack. The song with that little ugly girl was whack. Her bars was fly in it. And Fenty, the song with the girl Fenty. But I didn't want her to do a record with that. It was trash. I thought the song with that dude, Rob, whatever, I thought that was trash. But I still love Cardi B. But those records were trash. Those records are garbage to me. So I'm going to tell it like it is, regardless of whether I like you or don't like you. All right? So we're going to get into, come back. We'll start the show. We're going to come back and get into your girl Lizzo, because Lizzo, SZA is not your friend, sis. I don't know what, you may think she's your friend, but if she can praise you privately, right? Why can't she praise you publicly? Okay? If she can praise you privately, she should be able to praise you publicly. So it's your boy Heaven Hollywood on the IE Network. This is the industry this week. Let's get it. See something hot.
One way or another, we gon' get our family up about together. Brother, you was out of pocket, no, I didn't stutter. I drop it back in the trap when investing in the streets, your treasures recover. In this world, you could only rap one or two things that come to the butter. Whoa, you only rap one or two things that guns in the butter. Whoa, you only rap one or two things that guns in the butter. I drop it back in the trap when investing in the streets, your treasures recover. In this world, you could only rap one or two things that come to the butter. Sleeping patterns kinda complicated, ain't no time for wasting, we some entrepreneurs.
Shout out my boy Low.
Office on top of the balcony, know what is yours. Took some losses, I was down bad. Napoleon complex, I'm mad. About to put the cam up in the clad bag. Sign sealed in the living. Chicken dinners so you roll with the winners. Taking over for the summer. I double back for the winner. I be with the scammers and spinners. Innovators in the middleman. All my riders got a dental plan. None of my shooters got Instagrams. Bang bang. Got some rich headed out of bounds. Had to hop in the renty to ride around. About to switch up the whiskers, they stalking now. Whispering body dropping on my side of town. Flick of finesse, known to stay up out the mess. Business is business, it's never personal. We can politic the rest. I got a plug and they made me a plug. All my moves on they need to know. Rapper weed got me speaking slow. Bet you pay attention when we speaking up. If we drown, you gon' sink or you swim. In the field, we be getting it in. Type of pressure that took boys and the men. Fly got a family back at it again. Yeah. One way or another, we gon' get our family up about together. Brother, you was out of pocket, no I didn't stutter. I
everybody, it's your boy, hey, the Evan Hollywood show is the industry this week. As we're wrapping the week up, let's see. Whew. Long week. Long week. But we're going to be here to talk about it. Shout out to everybody tuned in. All the Twitter people, I see y'all. Anybody that's on Twitch, it's twitch.tv. Patreon. The Patreon is popping. It's patreon.com/IE network. Shout out to everybody that came on and joined us. 700 people was in the chat on our quicker thoughts for power after raising Canaan. So shout out to all 700 y'all that was in the chat going crazy. Make sure y'all join us for quicker thoughts. It's directly after raising Canaan. Every single it's Friday mornings. You know, after raising Canaan comes on midnight Fridays. By 1 o'clock, we're in the chat. You know, breaking down the episode of Raising Canaan. So y'all make sure, for all the Raising Canaan fans, all the Power fans, make sure y'all check it out. All right. That is quicker thoughts. All right. So industry this week, a lot of things happened. It was mostly the Carters taking over New York. Blue Ivy out there, Beyonce out in New York City. Jay-Z with the crazy rollout, celebrating 30 years of Reasonable Doubt. Next week, he's got the shows at the 3 sold-out shows at Yankee Stadium. I will be at 2 of them. And then I believe in August is the LA show and the show in London, I believe. All right, so shout out to Jigga, man. The Jigga's up. JIGGASUP. That's what's really up. The Jigga's up. All right. So we're going to get into Lizzo, man. We're going to get into Lizzo. Because Lizzo came out, right? And she made a comment that SZA hit her up after her record failed the chart. I think they said she only sold 3,000 copies or 2,300 copies or something like that. Right? I did hear the Lizzo album. I thought the Lizzo album was pretty decent. I mean, it sounds just like Lizzo has always sounded. It's a regular Lizzo album. So if people like if people like the Lizzo album 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I don't understand why they don't like this one because it sounds just like her music still sounds the same. So I guess she was kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I listened to it. I'm not the biggest Lizzo fan, but Lizzo does come out with a lot of good songs. So let's see here. Pot Crave. Let's go to Pot Crave. This is going to be used under Section 107. Copyright disclaimer. Copyright infringement. I'm not here to infringe anyone's copyright. We are just reading directly from Pot Crave. All right. So if it's a lie, Pop Crave told it. All right. Don't come looking for me. If it's a lie, Pop Crave told it because they are the ones posting. So let's check it out. Now this is the thing. Let's see. Lizzo was going through a rollout. She was complaining about the industry was the reason why, and she was giving a couple of reasons why her music isn't selling, and she had some blame for the label, she had some blame for the fans, which she had some very valid points. Okay. But Lizzo tells the Swiftologist, I'm going to assume this person covers Taylor Swift, or maybe he's a Taylor Swift fan. Lizzo tells the Swiftologist that SZA called her after new album B blank TCH failed to chart on the Billboard 200. Thank God for Solana. She called me and was like, "You're on my mind." I was like, "Am I a failure?" And she was like, "Oh my God, no." She's so sweet. So this is the Swiftologist. Let me see what the hell he's talking about. I guess he's going to cover this. And then I got something to say after this because SZA, I always see Lizzo vouching for SZA, right? She's always talking about SZA. And she's got nothing but good things to say about SZA.
How do you describe where you are in your career? Like a real answer, not like a PR line.
I think right now, dropping the album, I took it.
Hold on.
To heart, really, really heavy.
Okay. Here we go. Look at Lizzo's fine, fat ass. I don't care if she's fat. She fine. Okay, let's see.
To heart, really, really heavily. So this is the non-PR. I hurt my own feelings, and I was really stressed and I was really sad for a few days because I just was like, wait a minute, this is like some of my best stuff. I had to come to terms with the fact that not only is the music industry different in the last 3 years, and we need to talk about that. We need to talk about the radio aspect that I got my chewed out for, but it's happening and it's true. But also my relationship and my connection musically with the world is different. And I think I had to kind of mourn that.
And it must be really jarring to go from record of the year, this like insane arena tour, give you a minute. From the outside, I think for everybody, it looks like you went from an artist that a label would move heaven and earth for, right? Like they would give you all these campaigns as much as you want, basically for whatever you want to do. And now we're hearing you on socials being like, my label isn't promoting my album.
I kind of like took control a little bit and was like, yo, what's going on? Like, I used to announce that my album was coming and I would have the pre-saves and I would have the pre-orders. And then my label, they updated me, and this was like 3 weeks before the album dropped. And I was like, okay, what we looking at? What's the pre-save? And they gave me the number and I said, what's the goal? And they were like, da da da. And I was like, all right. And then I was like, let me go full force. And I went out and I was hanging up posters and I was talking to people and I was connecting, and it was really.
Hold on, let me clock this real quick. So Ray said, surprised you watch 50 Cent show, but you hate 50 Cent. You're so fake. What are you talking about? What does me not liking 50 Cent as a person have to do with his show? You see, that's what you stans do, right? I could care less whether I like him personally or not. If his show is good, I'm gonna watch it. Right? If his show, if he's got a good show, I could care less whether I personally like him or not. I'm gonna watch the show. Are you okay?
Really, really fun. I had so much fun, y'all. Like, oh my God, so again. And then I had all of these high hopes, I think, for what we would do the first week, and it didn't match. I was so excited because I met my pre-save goal and I met all of that, and then it dropped and I was like, oh, okay, this isn't what I kind of thought it would be. I didn't think it would be crazy, but I also didn't think it would be this. And I think that there was like 24 hours of my life where I based my success and my worth on a number. And I think that was soul crushing. And I had to remind myself.
What's up, Mimi?
Like, oh my God, like, thank God for Solana. SZA called me. She was like, hey, you're on my mind. And I was like, and she was like, oh my God, no. She was like, she's so sweet. And I like meditated it and I prayed on it. And I was like, this is why I don't judge myself, my success or my impact on numbers. This is why I don't do that, because it's soul crushing if you do. It's about damn time.
Okay. So that was Lizzo pretty much saying that, you know, she spoke to SZA. She asked SZA was she a failure, and SZA said, no, you're not a failure. Here's my thing as far as that goes. Lizzo, SZA's not your friend, sis. Because I didn't see SZA when all them people was jumping down your throat, and when those people were dragging you online and dragging you, I never saw SZA not one time. Now, if she did, my mistake. I didn't see SZA not one time come out and defend you when you were going through it and they were dragging you about that album and dragging you about not selling and saying other. But she's going to privately say it to you? I'd been like, can you go publicly say that? Like, you saw all these people dragging me all over social media and I didn't see you. All right? Crazy. But it just goes to show, like, music now, how it's consumed, how people buy it or what have you. Man, music has definitely changed. And, you know, SZA's album, Lizzo's album to me, sounds just like her music from 4 years ago. And if they liked her music from 4 years ago, why don't they like her music now? Well, it's because, you know, people jump on trends. They saw that Truth Hurt was a trend and they jumped all over it. I don't know whether they ever really liked Lizzo. Well, Lizzo didn't come to her defense either when they brought the bachelors. Um, I'd have to go back and look. I'd have to go back and look. I know Cardi B did, but Lizzo, you know, probably was scared of getting dragged. You know, I don't understand why people are scared of people on a computer. Like, I already told you what I did. What's up, Darius? I already told you what I did when I got doxxed by the barbs. I invited them to my house for lunch. Nobody showed up, but you know, they knew where I lived. They doxed me. I was like, okay, now come over for lunch. I'm inviting you all. Anybody at that time I was in Orlando. Any bars in the Orlando area, you got my address. I'm having lunch. I want y'all to come over. Since you know where I live now, what you gonna do with it? You know, you got my address. You threw my address out there for a reason. So now that you got my address, why don't you come by? I remember that day like it was yesterday. I said, but my daughter was young then too. And I said, you know, you can come by, but I promise you it'll be your last road trip. I promise you. I promise you it will be your last road trip. And nobody showed up. So let's see. She was afraid of getting dragged by the barbs online, afraid of saying, oh, mind your business, this and the other. So that's why she never said anything. Anybody's got Tim's arrived at 2026 BET Awards. We're gonna tap in and we're gonna check in. Why they do that? Well, you know how the barbs are. I said something they didn't like. They got mad, and then they doxed my daughter's mother address. You know, and that stupid girl that so-called says that she's a psychic or she talks to the dead. You know, Okino or Papino. I forgot her name, but she's like a big Nicki Minaj fan, and she used to say like she's psychic or something like that. And then she found out, and you know, I think like one live. I don't know why she was watching me live, but one of the lives she like screenshotted. Yeah, she like screenshotted where I was, and I think I made the mistake of going past a building, and then the building had a number on the side of it. So she screenshotted that, ran it through Google, and was able to get the condo complex that my daughter's mother was living in. So then she came in my chat and put the address out there. And she was like, Barbs, do what you do. Barbs, you got the green light. You know, she's trying to be like Nicki Minaj saying, oh, you got the green light and all this other stuff. And then instead of me saying, oh, they doxed me, all of that, I was like, I just embraced it. I was so mad. I just said, okay. I finished the address because she just had the number of the building, but she didn't have my daughter's my daughter's mother's actual condo house number. She just had the actual building in the city. So then I just said, let me finish it for you. I'm going to give you her condo number. And we're having a little lunch. And I'm having a lunch, and I want the barbs to show up. I want y'all to come to, since you know where I live, and I'm sure there's some barbs in Orlando because I got approached by one before. Now, they almost got their head knocked off, but I got approached in the gym. That's when my lives, like when I was doing lives on Instagram. And I got approached in the gym one time. I had it on stream. I was streaming it the day it happened. Everybody that was in my live, they saw it. Oh, you was talking about Nicki Minaj? I was like, no, I was just telling the truth. I was like, because I'm a barb. I was like, yeah, okay. And I was coming out of the gym. And like, we don't have that. I said, okay, well, what? So what now? I said, okay, you don't have that. So what now? Oh, I just coming to clock you real quick. Okay. But what you gonna do about it? Nothing? Okay, have a good day. Have a good workout. And now, I don't know. I just come to clock you. I said, all right, you clock me. Now, what you gonna do about it? I'ma still keep covering the same way I'm covering. I'ma still keep telling truth when it happens. So why? What you gonna do? And they just walked off. They didn't do it. They just walked off. You know what I mean? So I guess Lizzo was afraid of getting dragged because she answered Nicki Minaj back. I guess she said um, she just now noticed because Nicki had her blocks or something like that. And she said she just now saw the 300-pound comment. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that was cap. I think that was cap, and I do think, um, I do think that she tried to use that comment and hopefully, but that she said it right before the album release that it would give the album some, a boost. However, what I don't like is how people try to act like, oh, she just comes from Nicki Minaj out of nowhere. I hate when her fan base does that. Just like they try to act like, oh yeah, Jay-Z's waiting for her to reply back. No, Jay-Z was replying back from her talking about him for 2 years. It's not like Jay-Z woke up and said, oh, I'm going to go to the picnic and diss Nicki Minaj. No, he was responding back after 2 years of her bothering him. So they're saying, oh, Jay-Z thought that she would reply back. No. Jay-Z was replying. Let's not try to rewrite history. Jay-Z was replying to her. Okay? So that was not a diss, that was a reply. She started the dissing on Twitter. She started the dissing. That was a reply. That was not her dissing. What's up, Kenji? Kenji, you don't even be responding back. Hold on, let me check my tech wifey and see what's going on. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna check in on and see BET Awards 2026. Hold on. Jafar Jackson, Nia Long, Janet Jackson attend the 2026 BET Awards. Tim's arise after BET Awards. Let's see. If anybody watching the BET Award, he said Beyonce better than me. Yeah, Beyonce definitely better than me too. I don't know how she do it. It's especially if she does have an account and she's able to sit there and read all those things because she wants to keep up on what's being said, right? For her to be able to sit there and read those things and not respond back, she way better than me. Okay. Let's take a look at Tim's. Let's take a look at Tim's. Tim's at the BET Awards. Hold on. But Tim's got a donkey, boy. Whoo. Child. Tim's got a donkey back there. Think that you can handle my badonka donk donk. Nigerian singer Tim's arrived at the 2026 BET Awards where she is scheduled to perform. She's nominated for 3 awards. Best Female R&B Pop Act, Viewer's Choice for Rain Dance with Dave and BET. Her for first. Here she is. Let's take a look. Let's see what it's given, y'all. Let's see what it's given. Let's see what it's given, y'all. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Wait, Tim, go big smile, hold on. Tim's right there.
And this is Tim. Woo, child. Damn. Yo. Tim's is packing. You hear me? Tim, for your life, right? No goddamn reason. You can see that shit from the front. What? Come on, Tim's. Let's see what you got. Hold on.
Gorgeous. Tap straight ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, go big smile, hold on. Tim's right there.
Good God.
There we go. What's up?
Okay. Okay. Okay, I see you, Tim's. I see you. So we'll check back on and then whenever they posting people from BET that comes in will post. As long as it's something good. All right. Let's see. There's Lotto. Lotto. Also at the BET. Jeez. Okay. Lotto looks good. Like, I'm not a big Lotto guy. You know, I much prefer Ice Spice, but Lotto is cute. She's cute. All right. Is this Carissa? Man, Carissa, why are you looking like that? Man, I seen Carissa look better on when she going out to the club. Nah, I'm not feeling that. Come on, Carissa, what's going on? Now you know I'm a big Carissa. Is this Carissa? Girl, you could have came some better than that. Shout out to one of the goats, Eva Marcel, BET Awards. Okay, okay. Hold on. Why is this thing okay? Why is this thing here and won't leave? All right, get the hell out of here, man. Let's see. All right. Let's go into. Hold on. Let's go into academic. Let's get academics out the way real quick. Academics linked up with Jane Doe, aka Daphne Joy. You knew that was coming. You knew that was coming. From when she was on, and she went on a major publication and said she would date him. Here's the picture. A lot of people thought it was AI, but there ain't no AI. These are real pictures. He said he used a honey pack and he spent over $4,000 on dinner. So I don't know. Y'all might have to ship Akademiks and Daphne. You might have to call it, what's his name? Livingston?
Yo, what?
Daffingston? Daffingston? Or Akadapniks? Akadapniks? Or Livingston and Daphne? Daffingston or Akademiks. But this is Akademiks at dinner with Daphne Joy.
First date, niggas, I pulled out.
He said he used the honey pack. Look at him.
Like,
boy, you gonna mess around and have a heart attack. Them honey packs ain't no joke. Those shits is not natural. You should be using that honey pack, sir. Hold on.
Gangsta. So for the
Come
dinner,
on. I put it on the slowest speed possible.
Dinner?
Oh my god.
3 fucking episode. Try what?
Like carpaccio thing?
All right. Let's try this again. Try one more time, guys.
Yo, when y'all seen the first date, niggas, I pulled out like playing with y'all. Gangsta. That shit, nigga. So for the dinner, nigga, the dinner cost me $3,000.
That's annoying now. I don't know why live bites. Let me cut. All right.
$3,000 or $4,000 for me. Really?
All right, let me cut this off because it's getting annoying. Live bites always, for some reason, doesn't work good with my Mac because for whatever reason. So, but he basically said he spent $3,000 to $4,000 on dinner. You do see here he is hugged up with Daphne Joy. Now she went and posted something like "It's small" or something like that on her Instagram. But Daphne, we don't want to hear that. I want to know that if whether it's small or not, if he hit, it don't matter. Hey, when people do that, oh, it was small, but you still let him hit. So what difference does it make whether it's small or not? I hate when people try to do that and try to deflect. What Ja Rule say? I still fucked you. You think he cares that you're going around saying, oh, it was so small? They say Diddy small, but you was fucking Diddy faithfully. So him being small does not defeat the fact. Look at him. He's posting where she at. Here she is. Right? Now, I'll tell you, Akademiks, I guess he used Ozempic or whatever. But the weight loss, I have to admit, I don't really mess with Akademiks that much. I don't really mess with them all. But the weight loss, you got to give him credit. The weight loss does look good on him. Weight loss looks good on him. Right? Got to give him credit. So yeah, it seems like after he went and did the interview with Daphne Joy, now all of a sudden everybody's doing that. Kind of like opened the door for her to do more interviews, because I've seen her now since he did an interview with her. I've now seen her on 3 or 4 different shows. She's gonna probably go on Vlad. No, she might not go on Vlad because of the sex tape. And she feels as though Vlad leaked it. She did come out and say one of the rumors that is going around is her and The Rock saying that The Rock paid $200,000, and she said that is not true. She never met The Rock, and The Rock did not pay $200,000 to meet her. She said that's not true. She also said that everybody said she leaked the sex tape. She did not. So those are the 2 rumors that she wants to clear up. That she did not leak that sex tape, and that she has never met The Rock. Okay? For all y'all saying that, she never met The Rock. Now, hold on. Let me check in with my boy Jay Nolan. You know, what's the dirt? As I gave my opening monologue, I'm not making a video to address what's the dirt. I could really care less about what's the dirt. He mentioned me on Twitter. I could care less about what's the dirt. Let's see. Jay Nolan is Nolan. So apparently some Drake haters went back at some Drake stans went back at Jay Nolan. Now, I fuck with Jay Nolan. I've personally criticized him in the past about the Drake hate. I'm like, you hate a little bit too much on Drake. He says no, he doesn't. He's what's the word? He's very non-biased when it comes to Drake. He only said he felt as though he may have turned a little anti-Drake only after the lawsuit or what have you. But who signed to him? I want to see. I think he covered Glorilla. Okay, so this is what I want to see here. Glorilla was throwing shots at Megan Thee Stallion. So this is what I want to get into. Jay Nolan, we're going to be using his footage under the copyright section 107. We're not meaning to infringe on anyone's copyright. We're just reacting to his reaction. All right. Reacting to his reaction. Let's see. Glorilla throwing shots at Megan Thee Stallion. The song is called Maine. Has anybody heard this song? Has anybody heard this song, Maine? Right? I still have not heard the song. It's fire. Yes, it's fire. Okay, so Maine. I haven't listened to. Have I listened to Maine? I think I only listened to a little bit of it. I definitely got to listen to it because I fucks with Glorilla. Like Glorilla, music wise, you know, other than Cardi B, Glorilla is my music girl. Like she is the one to me that the hip hop music that suits me the best out of the women usually comes from Glorilla. All right. Let's take a look at what Jay Nolan said about Glorilla taking shots at Megan the Stallion. Hold on. I'm just gonna start this over because hold the hell on. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Glorilla's a little fake to me. Yeah. Again, I try not to get into the uh like to make me decide whether I like her music or not. I really don't care. As far as their music goes, yeah, the personality is one thing, and I'll cover them on the shit that they may do or say that I may think is whack or whatever, but I'm never gonna miscue that for the music. That's just like I said, I still listen to R. Kelly. Right? If it was a song that I liked, I still listen to R. Kelly. All that other stuff ain't got nothing to do with me. But if the music is good, I'm gonna play it. All right. It's not like I'm going out purchasing now. I've already got those albums, so ain't no sense in me to throw away that. That's throwing away money. So I'm not gonna throw away my R. Kelly albums. That's dumb because I've already purchased them years ago. Boom, 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 boom. This is my soul for real time, and the DJ taking his feelings down. That's my shit, boy. Hey, pretty mama, how you doing? Did it just take time for the weekend? Players gonna play, ballers gonna ball, rollers gonna roll. Yeah, I fucks with Glorilla. And again, I don't want to say this every single time because I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on Megan Thee Stallion. I don't hate on Megan Thee Stallion at all. Somebody told me, "Oh, why are you always hating on Megan?" I don't hate on Megan Thee Stallion. She's just not my cup of tea. Right now, if you want to talk about looks and body, hell yeah! Like I love Megan Thee Stallion when it comes to her body and her looks and the way she perform and the way she rap. But in songs, man, I don't know. She just don't make songs. She don't make songs for me. Like Megan Thee Stallion don't make songs for niggas. Like all her songs is for chicks. You know what I mean? Like to me, she don't make songs for niggas. because all her songs is pretty much dissing niggas. Mm-hmm. But again, as far as rapping goes, she can rap. No, 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 no. Most definitely not, Kenzie. She cannot out rap Megan Thee Stallion, but she makes better songs than Megan Thee Stallion. At least to me, she makes better songs than Megan Thee Stallion, and I like to compare that to Ice Spice and Lotto. Like Lotto can out rap Ice Spice while she's laying in the bed, got COVID, got a sore throat. You know, Lotto could still out rap Ice Spice. But I'm sorry. Ice Spice records get me up. I go up on an Ice Spice record. I don't do that on a Lotto record. I don't do that on a Lotto record. Now, rapping wise, of course, you know, there's no comparison. Just like I don't think that, you know, if Glorilla ever battled Megan Thee Stallion, she'd get destroyed. But them records, shit. If you name, you know, if you took Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla and you said, name the top 10 records between the two of them, probably 9 of the 10 is going to be Glorilla. And that's just a fact. 9 of the 10, or at least 8 of the 10, if you said take the best 10 records between Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla, probably at least 8 of the 10 is going to be from Glorilla. Oh yeah, out rapping that's crazy. She definitely cannot rap her. So let's see. She can outsong her. Glorilla can't out rap Megan Thee Stallion no more than Ice Spice can out rap Lotto. Now Glorilla, of course, is a better rapper than Ice Spice, so that battle would be closer, but not much closer. Because Megan Thee Stallion is like a really good rapper. And all you have to do is go back and visit her old freestyles. Come on, man. Like, this thing is killing me. All right. The share screen is not working right now. Share screen not working. So, I'm going to have to find this on my own. Let's see. For some reason, it's not letting me share the screen. So let me see if I can find this on Twitter. At least the part, right, where people say she's dissing Meg. Ho tried the little sis me. I passed her. Thought I was Maine. Ho think faster. Victim playing asshole. Stop capping. Ho went straight to hater from clapping. Woo! Wait a minute here. Wait, we got action. Hold on. I think I found it, y'all. I think I found it. Let's go right to that part. Damn. Okay. 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 Wow. Damn, it's like that. It's like that, Glow. I thought y'all was cool. Hold on a minute. What's going on here? This thing is killing me, yo.
I've been started before, bitch, passed. Thought it was my whole thing failed before I went play. I failed it before I went play. I don't stand out, shit, what's happening? Can't let bitch coming for me, who cares? I put a bitch right on my plate. Hoe tried to little sue me, I passed. Thought it was my whole thing failed. Bitch, playing that hoe, stop capping. Hoe went straight to hater from clapping. I've been started before I went play. I don't stand out, shit, what's happening? Can't let bitch coming for me, who cares? I put a bitch right on my plate. Hoe tried to little sue me, I passed. Thought it was my whole thing failed. Bitch playing that hoe, stop capping. Hoe went straight to hater from clapping. I've been started before I went play. I don't stand out, shit, what's happening? Can't let bitch coming for me, who cares?
What's happening? That's what Megan Thee Stallion said at the end of the joint on Savage. Ho tried to little sis me, I passed her. Thought I was main, ho think faster. Victim playing asshole, stop capping. Ho went straight to hater from clapping. Oh man, yeah, she kind of clocked her. She kind of clocked her. She kind of clocked her. Now, Megan Thee Stallion did put old girl on the tour. Oh, here we go now. So now that wait a minute. So did Glorilla come out and say that this verse wasn't for Megan? See, this is what I don't like. Wait a minute. Who is this clown? If Glorilla didn't say it isn't, allegedly in a fan's likes. No, stop it. It's definitely about Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan Thee Stallion, former makeup artist, apologizes to Glorilla for assuming her new verse on Maine was a diss towards Megan. Okay, y'all, I was wrong. My apologies, Glorilla. The verse was about her sister, not Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, no. Ah. Come on, man. So bitch come for me who gassed her. I'll put a bitch right on my platter. Ho tried to little sue me, I passed her. Thought I was main, ho think faster. Victim playing asshole, stop capping. Ho went straight to hater from clapping. I've been certified before I went platinum. I've been searching before. No. Why would she be talking to her sister? I don't stand down on shit. What's happening? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. That's about Megan. Stop it. Stop it. They trying to clear. Oh, it was about her sister. Why would she be rapping or something like that? I was certified before platinum. That's like her answering back people that are saying, "Oh, Megan helped you." Yo, if it wasn't for you, Megan, Megan put you on this and tried to little sue me. Nah, mm-mm, mm-mm. No. BB Love. So if I remember, they were cool. Megan even took her on the tour. Then Glorilla dropped her album. She outsold Megan by like, what did Glorilla sell? 62K and Megan sold like 60. But she outsold Megan. Did Glorilla sell 80? I don't know what she sold, but she outsold Megan. Somebody then said Glorilla saying something about Megan being mad that Glorilla outsold her. And Glorilla liked that, right? She liked that comment. Now, I don't even know if Megan even saw that, but I know the hotties saw it. So she liked the comment. Then she posted a video knowing all the stuff that's happening with Tory Lanez and Megan. She posted a video and it was Tory Lanez. Now she says she didn't even know the song that was playing. She was posting the video because she liked the video. She reposted it, but the Tory Lanez song was playing in the background. According to her, she didn't have any idea. Now, when she did that, Megan Thee Stallion unfollowed her, right? But then Glorilla explained that she didn't know that was happening, this and the third, and then all of a sudden, by the end of the day, Megan Thee Stallion refollowed her. All right, Megan Thee Stallion refollowed her. They they refollowed each other. They stayed like that for maybe a month. But people had noticed. Remember the picture Glorilla had with Glorilla, Megan, and Beyonce? Even though they refollowed each other, Megan had cropped out Glorilla from the picture with her and Beyonce. So then it was just her and Beyonce left in the picture. She cropped out Megan. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was close. Thank you, Kenji. So fine. So, I knew it was close. But everybody was like, Glorilla, Megan took her on the tour, and she got a lot of notoriety from that tour. That tour was pretty big, and then then they did the record together. But that's what happens sometimes. And Megan seems to fall out with not just her friends, but unless it's Kellen, the gay friend, she seems to fall out with not only her good friends, but then her associates. Now, After a while, right? And I'm not in their lives. I don't know what's going on a daily basis or what have you. But after a while, you have to start saying, is it you? Right? Because at one point, and I know they're back kicking it or whatever, but at one point, her and Cardi B had stopped talking for whatever reason. But they're back cool now. But I thought Megan was cool with Lotto as well. But then Lotto has a record with Glorilla. And some people thought that Glorilla was throwing shots on that record. So, I don't know, man. But this Aquila face, bro, you capping. This do not sound like she's talking to her sister. The part that makes me think she's talking about Megan was, I don't stand on shit what's happening. And Megan had said what's happening in her song. I've been certified 30 before I went platinum. Why would she be talking to her sister about being certified before she went platinum? This is an answer back to all the people saying, this is an answer back to all the people saying, oh yeah, Megan helped make you, she took you on tour, whoop, 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 whoop. And she basically said, I was already certified before I went platinum. So like this girl, I was already on my way. Whether she took me on tour or not, I was already certified. That's what I got out of that. This does not give that she's talking to her sister. I'm sorry. And Megan Thee Stallion's a rapper. She'll know. She'll know. Things were all good just a week ago. Look at that. Remember when they did that video together? Man, I thought that was the start of something beautiful. All right. Now, I want to talk about Fenty, right? Let's talk about Fenty. Talking about Fenty. Now, there's been reports, and then I've seen other reports saying that those reports were wrong. But over the last couple of years, LVMH, they've already been making moves, right? They've already been making moves like their Fenty time is almost coming to an end. Okay. There was an article way back in 2025. Okay. There was an article way back in 2025 for all of the Rihanna Navy. And again, I'm using this under copyright section 107. I am not using this article and intends to infringe on anyone's copyright or intend to defame anyone, Rihanna, Fenty, Rock Nation, whatever. I'm strictly reacting to an article that I read. If it's a lie, Forbes told it. All right. Forbes 2025 issue says sales are estimated to be flat at her cosmetic line Fenty Beauty, which she co-owns with luxury conglomerate LVMH. Fenty Beauty launched in China last year amid what LVMH called a challenging environment. All right. Now we got May 2026. LVMH may sell Marc Jacobs and Rihanna Fenty Beauty stake amid luxury slowdown. The push to sell these mainly underperforming businesses forms part of a cost management drive across LVMH. Here is Puck 2026. Another person with knowledge of Fenty's business provided some grim details. Sales at Sephora are down around 30% year to date. So now this is like the second or third platform that has been reporting Fenty Beauty is going down. Now, a lot of Rihanna Navy, they're getting on a lot of the content creators for reporting this. Well, here's October 2025. This is the fourth platform. Fenty's growth has slowed, though its brand and products remain popular, particularly cosmetics, which drives the most revenue for the business. Here is Puck 2025. Indeed, an LVMH insider told me that Fenty's revenue peaked several years ago, and a person close to Sephora said that the brand's sales in North America are down double digits. Okay. Now we're going to get to the Cecred in this because Cecred already answered back. Because a Rihanna account, after they saw all of these things, right? Then they started trying to post about Cecred being down. But Cecred's website and the people who are in business with Cecred, they came out and clocked them, right? Here goes Forbes on June 27th. The fortune of the pop star from Barbados fell by 400 million since last year amid setbacks at her key businesses. The CEO of her lingerie brand, Savage at Fenty, quit in August 2024 to take over Victoria's Secret. Sales are estimated to be flat at her cosmetic line, Fenty Beauty, which she owns with LVMH. So a lot of people are saying that, listen, Rihanna might not be might not be billionaire status anymore. We'll have to see. So okay. So Beehive hate that Fenty Beauty is so successful. So a lot of people are still saying that Fenty is falling. But they're getting upset. But these are so-called reputable websites when it comes to cosmetics. the Fenty Beauty that was dunked by LVMH is relying on Jay-Z to buy the shares. They dunk. Okay, so Jay-Z, as we saw, Jay-Z is in line to possibly buy LVMH's stake because they are allegedly trying to sell their stake in Rihanna's company. We heard that Jay-Z is trying to line up to be the person to buy that stock. He's already got stock in Fenty. Now he's trying to buy LVMH's stock, which is 51%. Now, peep this. Jay-Z already owns, I think, 2%, maybe, right? 3%. If he purchases LVMH's 50%, technically, this is wild. If Jay-Z purchases LVMH's percentage, he will technically own more stake in Rihanna's company than Rihanna. Now, I don't know how that will go over with Rihanna. What I'm hoping, and Jay, he's about his money, so I don't really, Rihanna, don't bet on this. What I'm hoping is Jay-Z buys the stake from LVMH and then sells it to Rihanna. So then she'll own all of her company. Now, I wouldn't count on Jay-Z to, but I would love to see him do that. I would love to see him buy that percentage and then give it to, not give it to her, but sell it to her at a price that she would not have been able to get it from LVMH. I would love to see him do that. I don't want to see Jay-Z, and y'all know I love Jigga, but I don't want to see him go and buy LVMH's piece and then kind of like own more of Rihanna's company than Rihanna. I hope he don't do that. I hope he don't do that. I hope he buys it from LVMH and then either goes into him and Rihanna become partners, right, on that percentage, or he at least sells the majority back to her and say, listen, you be 70-30 owner. Give her majority. She'll be a majority owner at least. I don't want Jay-Z to own more or at least own half. I don't want him to own half of Rihanna's company, and I don't want him to own more than Rihanna's company. I hope he doesn't do that. That I hope he doesn't do. Now, it'll be a good thing for him to buy it because that will save it. Because LVMH, who knows? They may not even, just to be spiteful, they might not even sell it to Jay-Z. Just to be petty. They may say, nah. If they don't do that, that's going to be a problem. If LVMH says, nah, Jay-Z, you trying to corner the market. A lot of people just do that out of hate. And they're like, no, I don't want him to get it. So I hope that don't happen. Right? Hope that don't happen. Puck says that Rihanna should do 500 million in 2027 as long as the company stays intact. Right? If the company stays intact, LVMH keeps its part, where it is, then the company should do 500 million. Mm, mm, mm. So we got to keep our eye on that. We got to keep our eye on that. Now let's talk about the queen. The queen of music. Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles, Carter. Because after she did the little hair documentary, taking out Jay-Z's locks. Hold on. Hold on. So let's talk about Beyonce, Giselle, Carter, Knowles. Knowles, Carter. Because after going through Darion and Ivy Park and Davis, Whiskey, whatever it is, it seems like she finally got something that stuck. She finally got something that stuck. This has really stuck. And the reason why it is stuck is because she took her time with it. She was testing it long before she went live with it. And that's the reason why it's working. Let's see. So, let's tap in with what the news is on Beyonce's hair product. And I've spoken to a couple of people who got it, and they're like, yo, heaven, I know I can't do anything with it. Now, look at all the people whose reporting is down. Akademiks TV, right? Here's a person said, look at how I use Cecred hair drops. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Where's that report I'm looking for? About this record. Hold on. Cecred. Now, remember, Cecred is partnering with somebody, and the partnership, right? The partnership came out and said, y'all need to stop all the cap. Cecred numbers are through the roof. They're not down like a lot of some of these companies are reporting. Hold on. Jay's hair fried, dyed, laid to the side. Mm, girl. Cecred. I want to see the I want to find the report from the partnership of Cecred. All right. Here is Pop Stella, okay? So Pop Stella, they had shout out to Pop Stella. I like that page. They had presented the $100 million sales figure for Cecred. So a lot of people was reporting that Cecred numbers were down. They were saying, "Oh, Pop Stella, you know how they do. You're getting paid, right?" I thought trolls weren't allowed here. Who's troll? Hold on. A man who wants to be a woman doesn't make you a woman. And Kenji, maybe you're always lying about Nicki. All right, so Ray, I've sat here, right? I've now been live for almost 2 hours, over 2 hours, right? I've sat here. I've watched you throw shots at me. I've watched you throw shots at people in the chat, unwarranted. I've seen your little side insults. So if you have such an issue with this live, you could excuse yourself. But what we're not going to do, you're not going to disrespect me in my own shit. Now, I've been waiting for you to chill the fuck out. I've been letting you rock. Okay? I've been letting you rock. But I don't do the troll stuff. You can take that somewhere else. I don't do the troll stuff. And there's people in here that support my channel and support what I do. And if you're making them uncomfortable when you do not support my channel and you're making them uncomfortable, you can excuse yourself if you have such an issue with whatever we're talking about, what I'm talking about. You've insulted me several times, and I didn't say anything. I just let you go because I'm going to see if you're going to chill out. So if you're in here to troll and you're not really interested in the information, if you're in here to troll, nah, I don't need that sort of company. I don't need that sort of attention. I don't need that sort of audience. You can excuse yourself. Don't troll my people. You seem to have an issue with every single thing that I say that don't in line with your thoughts. That's too bad. You can disagree, you can have your own thinking or whatever. But what you're not going to do, you ain't going to troll my people, especially people that come out of their pocket and support my channel when you have not done that. So if you ain't going to support my channel, you definitely ain't going to be in the trolling. Now, Pop Stella said, let me explain exactly that $100 million sales figure was released just to clear up confusion for those struggling to keep up. Cecred is partnered with Ultra Beauty, which is publicly traded company. Public corporations report their actual earnings, performance metrics, and sales data to their investors. These numbers cannot be fabricated. Ultra executives announced the data themselves, confirming Cecred as one of the number one prestige hair care launch in the history of their stores. Furthermore, Cecred confirmed on their own Wikipedia page that they generated a run rate of over $100 million from the Restoring Hair and Edge Drops serum alone. That circulating video attempting to claim Cecred is experiencing low sales is a complete fabrication. The retailer explicitly stated that the products sell out immediately. And do not even get me started on that one pop page that claims they stand Beyonce but cannot even defend her business. Instead of conducting a single ounce of basic research, they published an entire post stating everything is a lie. I'm so disappointed. How are y'all going to run a dedicated fan page but immediately fold over a fake video? If y'all cannot comprehend how publicly traded corporations report their sales volume, it might be best to log off because the lack of critical thinking is truly embarrassing. Okay, I don't get nothing to do with that. But Cecred numbers are up. Okay, Cecred numbers are up. When the company came out and said, Ultra Beauty came out and said the numbers are up. Ultra Beauty is who partners with him, right? Ultra Beauty's partners who partners with him. So if they say the numbers are up, that's what I'm going with. You have people who are, you see what I'm saying? You have people who are fans of people who don't like Beyonce. Now the men are starting to, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, the numbers are down." Seeming the decline would be expected anyway because Ultra is the main retailer. Funny part is, despite these imaginary numbers, the Cecred website receiving a decline would be expected anyway because Ultra is the main retailer now. Haters just love a failed smear campaign. This dude, moron. Moron Morale. Wait a minute. Oh, Cardi's performing now? So, wait a minute. Let me see if I see it on YouTube. If not, somebody else will post it. And maybe I'll just do a video on it. I'm sure the Cardi performance will be up. And we'll probably cover it in the live tomorrow. But again, Cecred is going up. Shout out to Beyonce, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt at the shows. I will be there. I just want to debunk all those talks. You know, the companies that are responsible for these products, they say there is, they say that the numbers are going up. Now, as far as Rihanna's numbers, we're gonna have to wait and see. A lot of pages are reporting, but they've been reporting. It's not nothing new with Fenty. They've been reporting a decline since last year. Now, Rihanna is still gonna be in business. Fenty still sells hella stuff, so she won't be going out of business no time soon. But the dream was in an interview, and also one of the producers that work with Rihanna or stylists, both of them said Rihanna is working on an album. The dream said, don't be surprised if you see one real soon. The producer said she's been recording in Spain and in Paris and in London, everywhere but the United States. So, to me, if Rihanna is recording in these different countries, I think this is going to be more of an Afrobeat type shit. This album, can you imagine? With Tyler, you know, taking over the way she's been doing. Can you imagine if Rihanna come out and say, okay, little bitch, stop this shit. And they say she don't really like Tyler like that either. Can you imagine if Rihanna come out with a, what they call it? The type of music Tyler does, not Afro beats, but whatever type of music that Tyler does. Can you imagine if Rihanna dropped an album like, all right, little bitch, your time is up. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I miss Rihanna in music, so hopefully she'll be getting back to it. So y'all looking forward to Rihanna 9 or what? I know I am. So that's gonna do it. You know, there's been another installment of the Heaven Hollywood Experience, but it's not Heaven Hollywood Experience. There's been the industry this week. We're gonna probably cover Cardi B's performance. I may come on and do later tonight and just do a special coverage of Cardi B's performance and a recap of the BET Awards. Maybe I'll do it on Instagram, or maybe I'll just run a quick show here. But I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. I want to thank y'all for another show. If you want to support what I do and support the channel, send the cash app to $ Heaven Hollywood. All right. We're gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Thank everybody for joining me.